that it didn't need to be running. So it crashed. I am a little annoyed from it. uh, but we're back. We're back and running. So close. So close to the first clump. Technology and I are not getting along today at all. Yeah, yeah. It's been a uh, been a day already, and it's only 11 a.m. Yep, I was mid sentence, and my computer went blue screen and said shutting down, and I'm like, excuse me. So then we had to have the conversation about, hey, you can start back up. We don't need to run all these diagnostics. And because the diagnostic tests freeze it too. I need to, again, spoon in time. I need to figure out what's going on with that. But I know this looks like a lot, but it's really not. I'm closing in on a spot finish. I did see that this weekend. Ugh, this weekend. It's a 3 cart weekend, so it's gonna be a wild and crazy ride. And starting to learn that it's gonna be a wild and crazy ride even further down the road. We'll see how it goes. Hello. You've missed all the shenanigans already. Like my computer restart. Um, my computer froze, so I didn't even start on time. It's been a morning already. A little bit. Um, I mean, I actually didn't have. Yesterday wasn't half bad for me. Like, I think it's just because I'm excited that I'm aiming for a page finish, and if shenanigans keep getting in the way, it might not be on stream. And in all fairness, I'm pushing for it to actually be on stream. But if not, I'm gonna get a page finish today. Um, I'm on the last color. I did like 50 billion single stitches before stream. I'm going I'm going to have this page finished. Are they having a short day today, or are they an afternoon session? Oh, so I need to share with my very small viewing audience and with Dragon as well. Um, I talked with my boss, who is an RN and has been an RN since, oh, I want to say, I think my boss has been an RN since around the time I was born. um, and she likes to stay up to date with stuff, and I was sharing with her the ER note that the blood sugar of 126 was considered extremely high, and after she was done having a aneurysm, because of the ridiculousness of it, we both agreed that that emergency room was way off, way off. Um, because yeah, to be diagnosed with diabetes, you have to have two random finger pricks read over 200. Now, folks, if you go and eat a meal from Olive Garden, your sugar's gonna go over 200. But in 2.5 hours, your body will regulate it back down to 120-ish. 120 is your safe zone. Just saying it. 80 to 120 is your safe zone. I know I start becoming a bitch fest at 84. Because sometimes I'm sadistic, and I watch my sugar go down so I can feel how I'm feeling as it's going down, so I know where I start feeling things. And yeah, 84, 82, I start getting the, oh, I have to start watching myself. My sugar's starting to crash. And looking at hospital expectations of having 70 to 99 as a normal blood sugar is just asking for a larger emergency. And it's just, I get it. I get not wanting people to get the preventable type of diabetes, because there's me, I'm type 1. I don't know what happened. And they still don't know. So like when you see a vaccine, so I saw stuff circulating on the interwebs about the Pfizer COVID vaccine causing diabetes mellitus, which is type 1 diabetes, which they still do not know a cause for. Let me shout that from the rooftops. They do not know what causes type 1 diabetes. Anyone who says different better show you their pedigree. And there was a vaccine that says it could cause this. And again, I'm kind of surprised I haven't stroked out from the number of aneurysms I had about the misinformation freely flowing around about diabetes in general. And at work, there's a lady who was a phlebotomist before she retired, who is a type 2, and her and I have had some fantastic conversations about the differences. And I actually learned a lot in talking to her about the differences, because type 2 diabetes is very much nutritionally balanced. Me, if I want to eat a slice of cake, I haul off, I take insulin because my body's broken. Like, I am broken, insulin is the answer. But with type 2, you may or may not be dependent on insulin. So if you're not prescribed the insulin, you can't necessarily take more insulin to counteract the food you just ate. So if you want that slice of pizza, yeah, sure, you might be able to have it. But if you're not on insulin, you just kind of got to wait for your sugar to feather fall back down or go run on a treadmill. But I get the seriousness of type 2. And I try to encourage all the type 2s that I work with to do their best to rein it in. Whether it's instead of 2 pieces of apple pie, and I kid you not, these are scenarios I've run into, maybe half of one slice. It's not denying yourself the apple pie. It's just taking into consideration that apple pie is going to spike your blood sugar, and then you have no way to get it down. Yeah. Oh my God. But for me, like, okay, so I'm gonna tell everybody a huge trigger of mine that everybody gets butt hurt when I pointed out that it is a trigger for me because it is so incredibly frustrating. When somebody says, I can't eat that, it's too sweet, it will cause me diabetes. Now, first of all, you are way up a creek without a paddle if one extra sugary thing is going to cause diabetes, because it takes a lot more than that, and it takes years if you are treating your body incorrectly to maintain to be gifted that disease. You got to work. You actually have to work, or really not work, to get type 2 diabetes of the nutritional negligence kind. There is the genetic kind. I'm not denying there is the genetic kind, but most of that can be caught and prevented. Or at least accepted with grace and style so that it doesn't rule your life. And again, there are theories that type 1 has a genetic component. Type 2 ran in my family. I don't know about type 1 because, honestly, yes, insulin was patented in 1925. It was very rudimentary. It allowed type 1s to live a little bit longer, but still most type 1s died mid-20s, early 30s. Kind of like cystic fibrosis is there wasn't a good enough treatment for a long go of it. And so there could be type 1s, but there wasn't a good way to pin it down. But yeah, so when I have a lot of food issues. I'm very food aggressive because of my food issues. I try to mitigate most of them because I'm very self-conscious about what I eat as well. Because growing up, all I heard was, after my diabetes, of course, is, should you really be eating that? And as a teenager, I was already self-conscious about my appearance, so it just kind of compounded. So food and I have a very interesting relationship. Oh yeah, and sugar is in everything. I'm trying to find my mouse here. There we go. Sugar is in everything, and it's not sugar's fault. You do get there is a level of sugar addiction that occurs. I have a sweet tooth. I'll be the first to tell you, I absolutely have a sweet tooth. I recently have been getting a lot of, well, if you just lost a few pounds, your diabetes would be better. Yes, that is true. If I tried really, really hard, because I am on artificial insulin makes you gain weight. Birth control makes you gain weight. Having a thyroid problem, having an underactive thyroid, like I do, makes you gain weight. And so I'm very self-conscious about that. Now, I'm not a bad weight for my age, what I can do, and all of my medical issues, I'm actually kind of rocking it. I, at my lightest, was down to like 150 some odd pounds, 155, 160, and I was going to the gym 3 times a week. I was walking to and from work, and the impact on my joints was becoming ridiculous. Like, it caused some issues. So I can swim a mile in half an hour, which is actually really good. Half hour, 45 minutes. It's been a while, so it'd probably be closer to the 45 minutes, but I can still navigate stairs. Oh, I love me my diet soda, and I know artificial sweeteners have their own demons to battle. Um, but I try I'm trying to cut down that in I like the fizzy water. Like, I don't like seltzer water. I like the ice. Um and I'm not even opposed to using like sugared sweeteners. But for my sugar crashes, I have the mini cans of Mountain Dew, because Mountain Dew has the highest sugar content of soda, or pop, as if you were, from wherever. I honestly, I call it soft drink. I don't know why they're called soft drinks, but um, I I bring 2 to work. I bring 2 cans to work, and occasionally I'll have one before and one after. So like 4. I Oh, okay. Oh, that's fair. It's fair. And that's the thing. It's a balance. Like, I tell everybody, if they're trying to work on their diet, balance. Don't take something all the way away. Now, with my celiac disorder, I had to take all gluten away. I didn't have a choice. It wasn't a gradual, oh, we can wean it off you. That was a hard, fast stop, and that was rough. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. That was rough. Um, but balance. Food is awesome. I love food, and just balancing it out. Uh, but yeah, it's. I also tell people that they are so much more than their relationship to gravity. If you are trying to lose weight for you, awesome. I support you. If you're trying to eat better for you, awesome. It's something you have to do for you. I I think people are beautiful and wonderful for who they are, and not their relationship with gravity. And that's all weight is. I want everybody to be healthy. I want everybody I love to be healthy and happy. But I'm not going to fault someone for having a piece of cake. I'm just kind of burning this tail end of thread, so I can start up here and move down. Oh yeah. See, I'm really, what the ADHD makes me bad at the finger pricks. Um, the continuous glucose meters, I miss mine. I'm hoping on Thursday when I go to my doctor's appointment that I don't want to go to this system, but if my insurance covers it, I will use it. My insurance this month started covering freestyle. I don't like it. I've watched it. It's more. It pops off more than my Dexcom did. And I've watched it, and insurance is very sucky about covering anything that I might actually need to exist. And I'm gonna get an earful from my doctor, and I've come to accept and acknowledge this because my insurance covered nothing, and I have not had the opportunity to pick up my continuous glucose monitor. I'll check my sugar here and there. Yes, it's a CGM with a pod system. Yes, it's the Dexcom and the Omnipod, which is what I had. But for a month of the Omnipod that I had, it's more than my mortgage. My mortgage isn't outrageous, but the Omnipod system with my insurance is more than my mortgage. I can't do pierce. I want to get tattoos, but tattoos are expensive. I have a whole series of tattoos that I want. I want to have all the paw prints of my shepherds and my little dog. Little dog's probably gonna get her own little spot, but I want my shepherds up my sides starting from like just above my knee, like just above my knee joint, up my sides for my shepherds. I haven't decided where I would put Kira. I see you dragging out that soapbox. And I have tried all of the discount things. It is a new year. I just have not gotten into. I have not pulled out my own soapbox of doom. And since I have my meeting with my FPN Thursday, I figured I could wait until then to get some armaments for Bear and get a plan made and stuff like that. So I have the wheels are turning. I just am kind of holding off until Thursday. I mean, if you have money, type 1 diabetes, you can be perfectly lazy or good blah, 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 or good insurance. You can be completely lazy with type 1 diabetes. I was almost there. And then I got told, "Oh yeah, it totally covers this." And then I went to go order refills and was told, "Nope. You have to hit your deductible first." So, it was and it's not looking like it's gonna change. So that's one of the reasons I still am looking for a new job. Like as much as I've gotten settled and comfortable and have a good set pattern and whatnot at my job, it's it is not working in healthcare wise, and it's not healthcare. It's what is it? Illness for profit is what I saw it deemed as. As American healthcare is not healthcare, it is illness for profit. Woo! I like just being able to hit the button. I remember I was diagnosed when I was 14 in 1997. August August 23rd, 1997. It was my parents were getting ready to have their wedding anniversary on August 25th. Um and the 23rd, they got a phone call at 3 a.m. because I had been really sick. I had been really sick. And they thought I was bulimic. Which to this day, because again, folks, I love food. I like to eat. Um, I try these days. I try to aim it towards vegetables, proteins, um, low glycemic index foods, more keto. Don't get me wrong. I love me a potato, but I will destroy a vegetable platter.